Mic test 3, 2, 1. Check if we're live on YouTube. Alright, so we're live. Welcome to day 80. Backtesting. It's uncomfortable. So let's get into it. So today is Sunday, the 10th July 2025, 9:30 p.m. Alright, so let's go. We're doing the ICT futures model. As usual, looking for the usual confluences. There's a reaction to a POI, then a reversal pattern, reversal entry model. Let's do some top-down analysis then. So what time are we at? Wednesday, 28th February. So just taking out this low. But the daily, I don't even know the context of this, so that's why I prefer to go to the next day open instead. And then remove these drawings. Okay, it's kind of loading. Let's wait for it to load. Now on the daily time frame, you can see that we're bullish. Like I have this my next rows on liquidity, so we're obviously bullish, and we've hit this PD array here. You can see that we have this nice fairly gap, we dropped into it and started to push. So I'm looking forward to these highs getting taken out as well. Although on the 4 hour, you can see that we're obviously pushing higher. We're in this PD array. I don't know if we reached discount, but counting from this low here to the high, we will be in OTE. And when did this low form? It was like a new day, was it? I don't know. It's just a market crash. It happened due to this news, I think. Is actually what I'm seeing. That's now going to the 1 hour where I'd like to draw my POIs. So on 1 hour, you can see we took out a crucial low right there, and we have some kind of order block here. But you can see that this fair value gap held this one right here. It's a nice 1 hour fair value gap. Now on to the 15. You can see that I think there was some news here that market pushed higher. So we had jobless claims and some other news. You can see we took out some lows, then continued pushing higher, created inversions inside here. I got the change in state, but we didn't get any kind of retracement, so I don't think that we can get any kind of entry. And yeah, I think that will be all. I'll be looking forward to maybe market rebalancing and pushing higher. And if we take up the liquidity targets, then because the higher liquidity targets are these relatively go high, so if we take them before market opens, then I don't think we'll get an entry for that day. Now let's take a look on ES. On ES, starting the daily. So here you can see it's basically the same thing. Dropped into this nice fair value gap, and then we started to push. So it's almost the same thing. 4 hour, we're having a nice push, even though I think I was thinking there was some kind of SMT. And then the 1 hour, yeah, we have this nice drop. I took out these lows. ES implemented that as well. I was checking if there was some kind of SMT. So here instead there is some kind of order block, this down close candle inside here, we didn't touch it. And how about this one? Yeah, it's the one that we respected, and then we started pushing. So it's this candle right here. And now going on to the 15. It's the same thing. We still have our liquidity target set. If it gets reached by the time we want it to get pushed, then we can enter. And if it gets reached before even market open, then we can look for potential reversals. So now I'd like to go to 1 minute here. You can see we have a crazy push from here to here, which means and we have some relatively colors there. So I'll be checking out on that place as well. So yeah, right now the one we're in this kind of fair value gap. We're 16 minutes to the open, so let's just wait and see. So do we have anything here? So there's just these highs. Can mark these ones. So we continue the push to the upside. How is ES looking like now? So ES is basically doing the same thing. And it explodes at 9:30. You can see take out those highs. So we drop into some kind of fair value gap here. From that, after taking out those highs, looking on the 15, you can see that we took out these highs. But how is it looking here? We took out these highs as well, and these ones. Yeah, so no SMT. Okay. So now I think here we're getting some kind of changing state. We have an inversion of this latest down close candle. We drop below it, and on the high time frame you can see that we took out liquidity, obviously, right here. We have a nice sweep. Back to 1 minute, you can see that we're having a kind of nice drop. So we pushed somehow into the inversion, and we're danced around the state, and it's most likely possible that we'll drop into this low resistance liquidity resting right here. So for here, I'd like to position myself right stop loss above there and take profit in this low resistance liquidity. My entry criteria will be that sweep. We've got an inversion, and you can see that this push right here goes into this volume imbalance. This is an inversion fair value gap, and I've got my change in state here. So now here I'd like to take this trade. First 1%. It's a because it's kind of against the trend, but it's the liquidity target of the trend. So if we rebalance and take out some of those highs and then continue up, that will be all. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So it's this entry model. I had the sweep, genuine sale, and fair value gap. Now I can even keep TP open, and going to the 5 minute or the 15. What I'm trying to look for is at least like a rebalanced equilibrium, or at least for this gap to not be breakaway, to be filled at least to midpoint. So we have this point, or at least push from this low here to the midpoint. Let's see what happens. So we push into the inversion, disrespect it somehow, and we get stopped out. So we get stopped out somewhere there. Yeah, so crazy trade from 9 to how long? 10.04. So let's see if we get some kind of manipulation lag then. I'd like to see in our push to take out these relatively equal highs. So we start to drop as I was anticipating. Just that we got unfortunate and the stop loss was kind of close. Yeah. And I think we're about to even hit the target that we were looking for. Even if you come from this low here, this high, you can see that we're almost. So we get some kind of SMT here. The 15, the 5 minute, we're in this gap. Yeah. Now on ES, it's like some kind of SMT. The looks going the 1 minute, you can see here, took up this high, but on NQ we did not. And we're in a 5 minute fair value gap. So here we took up this high, then I'm anticipating a shift here. Alright. Right, so you can see now here we get that clear manipulation leg and a nice SMT. So we got this SMT here. So like here the low wasn't taken out. So we got this SMT. Now on the 5 minute. We're in this 5 minute fair value gap. Same as in ES. Now going back to the 1 minute, you can see that we've created inversions. I was waiting for a kind of retracement into the change in state, but we didn't get one. Very unfortunate. But let's hope that maybe it will return and give us some kind of info. Shape this nicely, so we got this inversion and it's and now going to the restaurant. I'll be waiting for a retracement after this change. And obviously the target would be reaching here, this red line, and here, so I'll be positioning my entry somewhere there. This will be the whole entry, so let's wait and see. So it creates another fair value gap. We get a nice push into the changing stage. You can see even the inversion fair value gap gets hit, but we can't just enter yet because, well, this push was really angry somehow. Let's wait to see a rejection. So you can see that the high here gets taken out. So it was like some kind of manipulation maybe, because I wanted to see this inversion fair value gap hold. And the 5 minute, this 5 minute fair value gap is kind of holding. Let's go on the 2 minute. Still, it's just the same thing. So it ends up dropping, but entering here, The reason I didn't want to was because, putting my stop loss here, then that is a stop out. You can see it. Very crazy stop out. Except if I put a few pips above the stop loss. So let's see if we hit the target. And boom, you can see that we hit the target nicely, and this will take just a few minutes. If this aggressive move didn't happen, I would have taken my entry. Trust me, I will have. Let's see how long this will take. Almost like 47 minutes. Yeah, but yeah, it will be like 50, almost an hour. So entry we didn't take, but it was a nice move. Glad we were able to anticipate price though. After take off the liquidity, then we move to another liquidity level. Okay. Let's keep reading price and see. Now I'll be waiting for lunch to end so that I can see how liquidity moves from lunch buy side to lunch sell side. Alright. Right now on here you can see that we have lunch hour here and generated some liquidity. We might base off of it. So from this is the lowest it was, and this is the highest. Sorry, this is the highest. Yeah, it's lunch hour. So you can see already lunch highs are kind of strong. On the 5 minute, take out these highs right here from the morning session. The AM session also has like kind of box. It's in this box somewhere from 1:30 to 12. So we're getting some kind of a SMT here. So our next target, if this liquidity has been targeted, then it's first these lows, then the lunch lows. Let's see what happens. So on ES, we're having some kind of thermal shift here and February gap that might hold. So let's see if we take out the lunch lows. Nope, we don't. So let's just go to the next day. So how's daily looking so far? So you can see that we're very bullish, and we took out the all-time highs just in this day, 1st of March. Look in the 1 hour. If we take out these lows here and the brush, this is what was happening yesterday. And now after taking out these highs, the all-time highs, you can see that we started to drop, but it was in the morning session. So obviously the lucky people are the ones who were able to enter. Let's see if it's the same on ES. On ES you can see that we have these highs right here. They're kind of correlating, so no SMT or that kind of thing. But during the morning session you can see that it was a really nice move. Take out the highs, we drop, create inversions, changing state, back into the changing state and the inversion, and then we have a nice drop, just right in the morning. Now going on the 4-hour, you can see the market dropped into this volume imbalance, and these other blocks and this down close candle. You can see that it's a down close candle in a series of uptrends. So I'm hoping for price to continue. After all, you can see that ES didn't take out the all-time highs. It was created some kind of SMP. So yeah, I might expect ES to as well push high too. So now let's go to 15. So market's correlating nicely. We're expecting a continuous push, but we have a 15-minute fair value gap, and if this hold price, we will be looking to continue to the downside and maybe target this low right here and this one. So our sell side and buy side will be marked here, because market moves from liquidity to liquidity, so we should mark that up. Now, so you can see we're in this range from here to here. We also got this liquidity here. So let's see what happens at the open. I have some news at 10. By the way, 8:30. I think today there was some kind of news because this is first Friday. I don't know why there was no NFP. I have PMI. Alright, so let's just let it ride and see what happens. Alright, so let's see what happens. I have some relatively equal lows here as well. It's 9:25. And boom, 9:30, opening bell, takes out this highs. On the 5-minute, you can see it's a nice sweep. So after taking out this liquidity resting here, I'm thinking that we might, as well drop and continue the move. So let's see how it's looking on ES. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. So the upward push continues. So we're now in this with some kind of other block here on the 15-minute. That's holding price, so it might reject it and then drop, because after all we've also taken out this liquidity here. So let's see if we can get a manipulation leg, then a continuation. We have some kind of SMT. You can see ES is very far from that high, so let's wait for it to be taken out. But we get an inversion inside here, change in state, and a nice fair value gap, retrace into the fair value gap. And you can see how the candles are respecting it. So I'm obviously rooting for it to go to these lows. Okay, so the news come in and it takes out even more highs. I was looking on the 15-minute. So you take out the buy side liquidity right there, and here we as well take, I think we also take out the buy side liquidity. Yeah, some kind of like equal highs. So it drops again to this fair value gap. Looks like this day is a no entry day, but it looks a bit. So PMI, okay. So we're creating all-time highs now, I believe. Yeah, because you have got nice all-time highs here. Let's go to the next day now. Crazy. So what did we do wrong about the analysis? Well, I don't know. We didn't have a solid bias in mind, such as having it set clear, but no big deal. So let's see what happens on new day. So new day is as well bullish, and we'd expect a continuous price push to the upside. But what I'll be looking out for is some kind of small manipulation before we push higher. Yeah, that will be it. So now you can see this 15-minute fair value gap supported price from Friday, and obviously this is a new week. So on the weekly time frame, expect this week to be bullish as well. So I don't know which week we're at. Maybe it's this one, but I'm also expecting it to be bullish. Yeah, it's a new week. And now, yeah, I'm expecting some kind of manipulation from session low, and so that we can continue the push to the upside. Let's go to the next day. Come on. How is the day looking like? Okay. So Friday was really bullish. Now you can see Monday opens kind of bearish. Well, maybe it's creating the low of the week. And now let's see in the weekly profile. Okay, so far we're looking like this. So from the daily, we're bearish. We took out some lows from Friday, and we're somewhere right here. And we were in this nice fair value gap. Got this nice sweep here. So for me, I'm expecting a continuous push to the upside, create some new all-time highs, thinking that maybe it's not done yet. So the 15-minute, this fair value gap is kind of holding, I don't know, but let's see what happens. So we got this swoop here, the shift. This might be the retracement to some kind of OTE level inside here. Now going back on the 1 minute, I have some relatively close, but what I want now is like an internal small sweep, and then we get confluence to push higher. Right, we take out the low at 925. 930, is it 9? It's not 930 yet. So 930 comes in as a sword, but it's creating some inversions, like it's not correlating somehow. It looks like some kind of SMT from here to here. You can see this low wasn't taken out on ES. You can see it because of the screen, but you can see that this low here wasn't taken out. Now, yeah, I'm just looking for bullish prices now. Except if market proves us otherwise. But we also had an SMT here for this highs. Back to the 5 minute. Well, turns out that we were wrong on the bias. Then we end up having this crazy drop. On the 1 hour, I don't know where we're dropping to, if it's this gap or this gap, but let's use our flip tool to see from here to this high. You can see that the midpoint would obviously be like some kind of gap here at least. So let's see if we reach that target. And from here to here, you can see we have another crazy SMT. So we push into this order block. How's the long of the 5 minute? It's some kind of order block. This candle, last up close candle here. I'm expecting it to continue lower after like it hasn't validated what we're planning to see. So we're kind of consolidating. We push again higher, take out this high. Alright, so you can see now we add in another manipulation leg and the change in state right here. So here I'd like it to actually continue even lower. So what we didn't get here is an inversion, but we get some kind of breakers. So first TP will be these equal lows, stop loss above the high, and obviously the next target would at least be reaching the clear value gap. So you can see that price has actually rebalanced, because you can see that on the 1 hour that will be the look of it, like if we continue to drop. Yeah. But wait a minute, we also have a volume imbalance between these two candles, so you can't trust it. Is consolidating around the entry, and it ends up hitting again into the volume imbalance, but I still believe that the draw is lower. Yeah, it consolidates, line shower passes, and it ends up dropping even further. So now the question is how to find the draw on liquidity. Yeah, so we gotta work on that as well. Anyways, so I think that will be for today's session. Stay blessed. Peace out.